Good morning to all of you. Respected principal of this college, Dr. Rajendra Lokande, Dr. Vijay Kakkade, one of the panelists from Shivaji University Kolhapur, Dr. Dilip Patil, Director, Mumbai University Bombay, Dr. P.D. Raut, Professor, Shivaji University Kolhapur. Thank you very much for all the organizers who have given me an opportunity to say something about the one-day national seminar organized by the Mahavir Mahavidyalaya Kolhapur. Friends, today the whole world is under the crisis. Under this situation, everything is standstill. More than 52 days, the whole country, not only India, the entire world is standstill, stopped its economic activities. Under this situation, all over the country, all over the world, many educational institutions and policy institutions, colleges and schools, they have been organizing various important state level, national level and international level webinars. In this regard, Mahavir Mahavidyalaya Kolhapur is one of the college which is organizing one-day national webinar on the socio-economic and ecological impact on the coronavirus. In this situation, I have been invited by this college as a resource person to uh, to give the keynote address in this webinar. So I am wholeheartedly accepted this invitation. So therefore, I am in front of this. I am in front of you all to present my keynote presentation. So my presentation will be divided into various sections. My presentation will be focusing on the impact of the coronavirus diseases on the economy, the impact of coronavirus diseases on the social aspect, environmental aspect, psychological aspect. So let us begin with our presentation that how this coronavirus diseases will be impact on the Indian economy, because the Indian economy really now it is under the pressure. So before this also Indian economy was under the crisis. Since long back Indian economy was crisis. After the lockdown of the Indian economy, after the forced lockdown, however it has gone into the deeper crisis in the Indian economy. So first of all, I will be focusing on the how this crisis will be impact on the Indian economy. So when we are talking about the Indian economy, there are many areas. The Indian economy composes the various sectors, as you know, in theoretical analysis, primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. And within the primary, secondary, and the tertiary sector, again there are so many sectors. And due to this lockdown of the whole economy, and due to this coronavirus diseases, it will be more impact on the Indian economy. And not only in the Indian economy, the whole globe has been shut down its their economic activities. So therefore now we shall see the how it will be impact on the Indian economy. So on the Indian economy, we shall start from the external economy, that is international trade. So and after that we will come to the domestic economy. In the domestic economy there are some key sectors. Industrial sector is there, and workers who are working in the industrial sector, major industries, minor industries, and MSME sector is also there, and laborers are there. These unskilled laborers are there, and skilled laborers are there in the industrial sector and the manufacturing sector, and the agriculture sector is also there. And the laborers are there in the agriculture sector. Even in agriculture sector also there are skilled laborers and unskilled laborers are there. And then transportation is there, services is there, real estate is there, and apart from that there are many subsectors are there in the economy. And psychological areas, psychological aspects are also there, and environmental aspects are there. And we'll see how this coronavirus diseases will be impact on the whole system in our country since long 52 53 days. So we know this ongoing crisis which is happening in the whole world, it will be affected on the various sectors of the country, particularly in India. But the government of India declared the nationwide lockdown, that we know. It was initiated on the 22nd as a Janta curfew, and later on from 24th to till 17th May 2020, the lockdown has been continued. So yesterday, our finance Prime Minister Modi has also spoke about the continuation of the lockdown in a different ways, that we know. And even today also, there will be a strict lockdown in the whole economy, resultant it will be impact on the various sectors of the economy. And therefore, the government of India declared emergency packages to protect the various sections of the people, the BPL people, the farmers, and the laborers in unorganized sectors, workers in organized sectors, and auto taxi drivers, small and medium scale, and big industrialists, handloom weavers, and both from center and the state governments. So many packages have been announced by the government of India to overcome from the coronavirus diseases impact on the economy. And most of the economic activities have been standstill. If you take the industrial sector at the local level, national level, and the international level also, everything will be standstill. The trade has been standstill, the business has been also standstill, and all forms of the transportation system has been also stopped, and even tourism is also completely nil, and agriculture and related activities were also completely stopped, and educational institutions they have also closed, and informal sectors they are also standstill position in the country. And so therefore they are the people who are working in all these areas, they are suffering a lot. So therefore there will be a setback in the production and employment in most of the sectors of the economy. As a result of this, there will be a loss of life, loss of employment, missing social functions, psychological tensions, and even there will be a environmental impact happening in the whole economy. The biggest impact would be on the lives of the bottom 80 to 85 percentage of the people in the country. They are hard hit by this coronavirus diseases and the lockdown, post lockdown. And there will be it is a great global crisis in the world. And it can be compared with the Great Depression of the 1929. So when the 1929 there was a Great Depression occurred in the country, the same situation also occurred in the country, and as a result of that there will be a loss of jobs and loss of income. As a result of that, there will be a huge drop in the aggregate demand for goods and services in the major economies all over the world, and India too. So India's 120 million migrant people, they are earning daily subsistence allowances less than US dollar $5 per day. See how there will be so many people are hard hit by this coronavirus diseases, but due to the shutdown they return back to their native places. It is one of the sad thing that we are experiencing in the economy. And apart from this, due to this lockdown and coronavirus diseases, the Reserve Bank of India has taken number of steps, number of measures have been announced by the RBI, that is monetary policies. Monetary policies have been activating by the Reserve Bank of India, which includes the ease of interest, relaxation of CRR rates, and other liquidity improvements measures such as moratorium on the repayment of the loans by the business people, and also EMIs by the individual borrowers. And even yesterday also, the Reserve Bank of India, Prime Minister of our great country, who announced 20 lakh crore rupees for the affected people in the country, and it is clearly announced by our finance minister today. So as the result of this, the whole economic growth has been completely declining in our country. So it is expected by many persons and many institutions and many organizations like this. Moody's, is expected the growth rate of our country to the 2.5% in the 2020-21. And again, Goldman Sachs, which also re-estimated the real GDP from 3.3 percentage to the 1.6 percentage in the financial year 2021. And one of the great economists of IMF, Geeta Gopinath, she also opined that business in India subdued demand, supply shock, production slowdown, supply chain is completely disrupted. So in this way, whole economic activities in our country is completely standstill. And apart from that, the foreign trade, how it will be impact on the foreign trade, let us it is one of our objective of the presentation. First of all, when there is a impact on the economy, we can start from the impact from the international trade. So international trade, India's international trade has been completely standstill due to the non-availability of the laborers in various productive units. For example, at the international airport, or at the shipping areas, or even exporting zones, the laborers are not available. As a result of this, it will be adversely impact on the balance of payments of our country. The balance of payments is very important. If there will be an adverse impact takes place on the balance of payments, and automatically it will leads to the currency turmoil, or there will be a depreciation in the rupee value. As a result of that, our export will become very, very costly. And apart from that, our export is completely reduced, and at the same time import will be slowly, because we cannot say the import is completely stopped. However, import has become costlier. We have to import some of the important commodities, and huge revenue loss will be to the government, both center and the state government. One of the benefit from the international trade during this crisis is the oil prices that has been declined from $80 per barrel to the lowest, that is around 25 to 30 dollar per barrel. This is one of the welcome thing. However, see, due to the lockdown, the whole external economy has been collapsed during this crisis, and this crisis, coronavirus crisis, would be impact on the fiscal position of the government also. You see, due to the lockdown, and responsibility of the government has been increased, that we all know all over the world. So in this regard, monetary policy is to be push up the economic activities through the Reserve Bank of India. In this case, the monetary policy is playing a very important role through the Reserve Bank of India in our country. So therefore, earlier our Prime Minister and the Finance Minister, they have announced some of the important packages to the various sections of the people in the country, to upliftment of those people, because they have lost jobs, they have lost income. So therefore, there is no demand in the market. So it is a need to pump the more money in the hands of the banking sectors. So when the CRR is reduced, automatically there will be more money to the Reserve Bank of India, and in turn the Reserve Bank of India will give more money to the needy in the society, and as a result of that, that helps at least some, that will boost the demand in the market. And apart from that, relaxation time period for declaring the bad loans to the non-performing asset. Again, this is one of the measures taken by the Reserve Bank of India regarding the bad loan, that is NPA, and reducing the interest rate to encourage the entrepreneurial activities, particularly the MSME sector, is also one of the important measure taken by the Reserve Bank of India. And as a result of this will put more severe pressure on the India's fiscal management. So government doesn't have resources, so therefore on the one hand it has less resources, but on the other hand its responsibility is more, expenditure activities will be more, and due to the low level of expected income by the government. See, due to all economic activities have been standstill, GST collection has also reduced, and other tax collections in the country have been also reduced, and import duties were also it is reduced, and there will be a sudden increases in the government expenditure has been taken place. And due to all these functionings, government revenue has reduced on the one hand, and expenditure of the government has been also increased on the other hands. And it will, due to all these reasons, totally the government responsibility has been increasing, and the government exchequer has been completely has become empty. In this situation, the government is unable to pay the salary to its government employees. This is one of the major setback to the government. And this coronavirus diseases will also impact on the industrial sector. The next sector of the economy is the industrial sector after the international trade. The industrial sector is the major sector, and it is the key sector in our country, which is also providing more employment to the skilled and unskilled laborers in the economy. But due to this coronavirus diseases, complete production has been stopped, and supply chain is also dismantled. So therefore, all types of industries, small scale industry, medium scale industries, and big industries, they have completely stopped and locked down. And apart from that, there are several people who are working in these industries. They are wage earners. They have been removed from the industry. So therefore, there is no economic activities. And these removed laborers, they have lost the job. They go back to their villages without any wages. And these people, they are mainly from the rural areas, and earlier they were in the agriculture sector, but now they are working in the industrial sector, but now they go back to their native places. And the hundreds and thousands of stranded migrant workers across the countries are there, and more than 1,110 lakhs of workers are working in the MSME sector, and these are affected due to this lockdown and the coronavirus diseases. And in unorganized sectors workers, they are constituting over 85% of the total industrial employment in the country. So this is severely affected on the employment in our country. So already the our unemployment rate is reached to the 8.5% in the March 2020. Now it is also increased at the higher level. So these coronavirus diseases will also affect on the real estate, banking sectors, and the automobile sector also. According to one estimation, the automobile production will be declined by 15% to the 16% in the financial year 2020. And this slowdown in automobile industries and real estate sectors will be adversely impact on the steel industry also. The steel production has been completely standstill. There is no demand for steel due to the lack of production or production in the major industries. And even banking sector also suffer from the bad loans, because the government postponed the moratorium. As the result of that, the banks will also suffering. In this regard, the Moody's, according to Moody's, 3 months moratorium scheme will often the negative credit impact on the banking sectors. So therefore, all this service sector and the banking sectors, they will also impact on the due to this coronavirus. And this coronavirus diseases and the forced lockdown will also impact on the agriculture sector. Agriculture is the key sector in the country, which is providing more than 60% of the employment. According to one estimation, $265 billion comes from the agriculture sector to the total GDP. It means around 14% of the GDP comes from the agriculture sector alone to the total national income. But there will be a shortages of the labor in the agriculture sector, and transportation is completely stopped in the agriculture sector. So harvesting, now it is harvesting season. March, April, May is the harvesting period, and this harvesting period is also affected by this lockdown and coronavirus diseases in the rural area. So therefore, agriculture is also set back in this case. Agriculture and informal daily wage earners are also hard hit by this coronavirus, and supply management in agriculture sector is also get affected. This is a very important, because due to the lockdown of entire nation, the supply of agricultural commodities to the everywhere is completely stopped. As a result of this, the agriculture people, agriculture farmers, they are get affected. Particularly in the northeastern states of our country, They are exporting agriculture crops, poultry, fishery, garden crops, and related items. They have been affected very seriously in the country. And similarly, the government exempted agriculture works, especially sowing and harvesting operations. Of course, lockdown is there, but the government announces certain exemptions to the agriculture sector during sowing and harvesting moment. And therefore, the government of India announced rupees 2,000 to bank accounts of the farmers as an income support of the under the PM Kisan schemes. This is one of the major welcome step taken by the government of India with regards to the farming communities in our country. And Reserve Bank of India also announces some specific measures, especially the burden debt of servicing and agriculture term and crop loans have been also granted to the moratorium of 3 months. So these are the important schemes announced by the government of India towards the farming communities to upliftment of the farmers in the country. And 3% concession on the interest rate of the crop loans up to rupees 3 lakhs for the borrowers with good repayment behavior, those who have good repayment behavior. This is also one of the major steps and taken by the Reserve Bank of India. And apart from this, the coronavirus will also impact on the informal sector of our country. According to the ILO, International Labour Organization, around 400 million workers are employed in the informal sectors, but they are under the risk. They are falling deeper and deeper poverty during this crisis. So therefore, the government of India announces the 1.7 lakh crore as a temporary relief to these section in the country. So this informal sector is the big sector. It got 1.7 lakh crore as a relief by the government. However, it would be impact on the BSE and the NSE sector also. Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange, they are also get affected. The Sensex, it was fell from 40,000 plus points to around 25 to 30,000 points. So this means that this Bombay Stock Exchange and National Stock Exchange have also affected due to this coronavirus diseases. And apart from this, then psychological impact has also there on the people in the country, especially the business people. Some of the business people, they are also facing the loss since long back in the country, not only due to this coronavirus, due to the economic crisis which was initiated in our country since last several years. They are incurring the losses in their own business activities, especially after this coronavirus. These business people, some of the business people, so they are getting a problem, so they are also psychologically doldrum. Some of the multi-billionaire, they committed suicide. One of the multi-billionaire from our country, especially the Kerala businessman, and so many people, they have also committed suicide psychologically due to the loss of their business. And even this psychologically, even doctors, nurses, and those who are involved into the in this coronavirus as a corona warriors, they are also getting afraid, because this diseases sometimes it will be sometimes it will be infected to those people. So therefore, they are also psychologically doldrum. And psychologically, the students also get problems, the farmers also get problems, laborers also gets problems, the laborers who are working in the organized sectors and unorganized sectors. So the life is very important, no? So therefore, all these people, whether they are skilled laborer or unskilled laborer, whether they are unorganized workers or the organized workers, doesn't matter, but they are worrying about their life psychologically. So therefore, apart from that, so many social functions have been also postponed, like marriages and festivals. They have been postponed by the people in the country. So in this way, psychological impact were also there on the economy. And apart from this, there are some environmental impact will also there on the environmental impact. Say, for example, greenhouse gas is completely reduced during this crisis, because all the type of industries, major industries, medium scale industries and small scale industries, they have stopped their production. They have released the employers. As a result of this, there will be a less pollution, air pollution, sound pollution, and water pollution has taken place. As a result of this, greenhouse gas emission is completely. It was some amount of green gas house is reduced in the country. But this is good news. But this is a temporary one, because this is not a persistent one. It is not a prolonged one. Now, say after the lockdown 3.0 is closed, and immediately some relaxation will be given to some kinds of industries, and industries will start their production activities, and again slowly the pollution will be takes place in the country. So this is one of the important area. In this area also, the coronavirus will be impacted. So in this way, coronavirus and the forced lockdown will be impact on the whole society, on economic activities, psychological aspects, and on the environmental impact, ecological impact. So therefore, there are some immediate challenges are there. Immediate challenges are there in front of the government. The first of all, the BOP maintenance is very important by the government of India. See, when the export is completely stopped, import is very less. During this situation, it is the responsibility of the government, the maintenance of the balance of payments. So daily wage earners and retail business people, they are worst sufferer due to this lockdown. And one of the challenges is moratorium on the EMIs. So it is postponed 3 months. Sometimes after the lockdown 4.0, it will be postponed another 3 months. Then it is a big challenge to the government of India. And another important challenge is government will lose the revenue if the lockdown is continued in the continued 4.0 as 4.0. So and similarly, the question is how to put the cash in the hands of the middle class people and the common people in the country, because the demand in the market is very important. Unless there is no demand, unless there is no money in the hands of the people will not demanding the commodities. When there is no demand, aggregate demand, automatically all production activities by the industries and the various sectors of the economy will be stand still. And economic challenges that need to be tackled on a war footing by the central and the state government, and relaxation of the norms by the APMCs, allowing the farmers to sell their produce beyond the designated mandis, will also certainly ease the burdens of the farmers. And we have to ensure to conduct smooth functioning of the supply chain. This is one of the very important aspect. And the very important challenge is that making the food grains, fruits and vegetables and other essential items available to the consumers both in the rural and urban areas is very important. See, we have bumper food stock, and the supply of this food stock is a challenging one, because there are some leakages in supplying the food. However, when we are supplying more and more food, leakages are there. It is one of the biggest challenge in front of the government. Then what is the way forward after this lockdown? It is my opinion that better to impose a separate taxes on the rich people to mobilize the resources to increase the public expenditure in the country. Because say during 1929, when there was a great economic crisis where happened, what Keynes suggests, the fiscal policy operations should be increases in the country. So government expenditure should be increases. To spend more money by the government should collect more resources from the public. Only way is in the hands of the government is imposing the tax on the rich class people is very only way. So therefore, it is better to impose somewhat a little more tax on the rich class people, and thereby it will collect the money from them, and it is very easy the government to spend on the other sections of the people. And recently, say so far whatever the measures have been taken by the government on the health sector is the government of India is spending hardly 1.5 percentage of the GDP. But now, due to this coronavirus diseases spread, it is better to increase its expenditure on the health at least 3 percentage of the GDP. It is necessary in this situation, and because there is a needs for the hospitals and community health centers are essential, dispensaries are also essential, but there is a doctors are also essential, nurses is also essential, and other kinds of the stops are very essential to go to reduce the spread of the coronavirus diseases in the country. However, see, one of the biggest way challenge in front of the government is that unemployment has been increased from 8.4 percentage to the 27 percentage in our country right now. So this is the big challenge, provide the employment opportunities to the people in the country. And most of the jobs in the country has been created in the unorganized sectors, but they are reducing. The victims of the job losses in this sector, they need food, shelter immediately, and jobs normalization. So therefore, it is the responsibility of the government providing all facilities to the people in the country. So therefore, the government should increase the programs like MG Naregas, and they have introduced different programs for people who are working in the industrial sector and the people who are working in the agriculture sector and some other sectors. As a result of that, they will get the employment opportunities and they will have the income and they will start buying the commodities in the market, and the demand for goods and services will also increases. And the MSME have to be revived with the financial sports. So we'll see today our finance minister Nirmala Sitharaman is going to announce another package for the various sections of the people. So whether the MSME sector will get some facilities or not, we have to wait and see. And there will be a regional imbalances in the food supply would also an eventual scenario once the old stock is exhausted. Suppose we have more than 220 million food grains. If this stock is exhausted, what next? So there will be a big question in front of the government. We have to strengthen the agriculture sector. We have to grow the food grains in the country. We have to encourage the farmers who grow the food grains, because food is very essential. We know during this crisis how food is very important. If our stock has been completely exhausted, inevitably we have to depend on our trade import regarding the food, and we have to put more money in the hands of the consumers rather than giving the tax concession. Tax concession is not important. We have to put more money in the hands of the people, and as a result of that, there will be a more demand for goods and services. At the same time, we have to ensure the safety of the health may be the first priority. Health is very important. Suppose we survive today, we can work hard and we can earn more income. So therefore, safety of the health is also very important. And we have to explore a suitable design of the GST tax. This is very important. GST compensation cess either as a concurrent tax or the central tax, and we have to resuming the supply chains of the domestically produced goods and services would be the major challenges in the country. So therefore, there will be a shift in the demand and supply curve as the Keynesian type large fiscal stimulus is needed of the hour for output expansions. As Keynes suggested, there will be a change in the shift in the demand curve and the supply curves. Then that is useful for the economic growth and growth of the country. A cut in the intermediate taxes in this time would definitely help the economy. So this is very important aspect. Then the informal sector has good scope to provide the social security sectors in the country. So with this, I would like to conclude that there is a good scope for the panelists, researchers, the students work on the various areas due to the impact of this coronavirus diseases and lockdown. There will be more implications. So therefore, it is better to work on all these areas. Agriculture sector, industrial sector, psychological aspects, on the psychological aspect, on the ecological aspect, whatnot. There are many areas out there to work on these areas. So I hope the next panelist will be focusing more on the social aspect and again economic aspect and the ecological aspect and psychological aspects. So therefore, with this, I once again thanks to the principal of this college for giving me an opportunity to come and say something about this coronavirus diseases impact on the economy. Thank you very much.